exactly why. Hello, everybody, by the way. Sorry, you know me. Turmentic stream wouldn't be a Turmentic stream without technical difficulties of some kind. Hey, alright, whatever. We're just gonna roll with this. Sorry if, it's the orientation's all weird. But, hello. Welcome. How is everybody? Let me get this started over here. Of course, y'all know what we're listening to. Raincoat as always. Sure y'all can. Yep, alright, cool, did that. Yeah, I don't know what I did, but somehow I set it up to where it's this orientation. So, we're going with this orientation, I guess. This is the first time streaming. I don't like it like this. Reminds me too much of Whatnot. But hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Lots of really cool stuff. We found out the last couple days. It has been literally months since the last time I have really gone live. So, yeah, well, let's see how this goes. I do have some stuff that I want to open, though, tonight. I have a Crypted Nation 1 box. Nightfall. Oh, and a Wilderness. I have some other stuff, too. But I've been just sitting on them, not doing anything really with them. So I figured, why not open them, say hi to you guys, and let's talk actually about this announcement. How's everybody doing, though? First off, how's everybody been? I hope life's been treating you well. I hope you've been having a good last couple months or so. Yeah. Life's been interesting. Life's been interesting. But of course, let me see if I can do this without actually spilling any of it. Of course, I got my Mothman cup. Wouldn't actually be a stream without some coffee here late at night. Let me go grab my scissors, though. I'll be right back. Alright, so I figured, of course, I'm going to probably save this one for last. That's actually the only the third Crypted Nation 1 box I ever would have opened. We're going to kind of do, I guess, this in reverse a little bit. And we'll start out with a Wilderness box. I do have some other stuff that I want to show off that I have been, I guess, sent over the last couple months. The first here, let me do this first, actually, because I think it's hiding behind here. Yes. This, and I'm not going to name anybody's name because I'm not sure if they would want me to or not. But they actually sent me, like, they sent me a letter detailing, like, about how my channel helped them when they were actually deployed and how they were introduced to MetaZoo and especially the lore and stuff because of my channel. But this is actually a card they pulled when they were talking about, I believe he said, myself, PocoDad, and Argos. He was talking about how much we actually did for the community last year, and he actually pulled this while he was talking, so he actually sent this to me. And I just wanted to show you off, because that's actually super special. Salamence isn't even one of my favorite Pokemon, but like this is one of my favorite Pokemon cards just because of the story behind it. I got a bunch of original art from David. There's that one. Where's the other? I had two more. Where did I put them? I put them over here with the letter. But he actually, he was giving away some artwork on his Instagram, Blocked Kid, and he actually sent me those two. Of course, love the Cumberland Dragon, but yeah, I got those the last couple months from Blocked Kid. He also did this too. Let me grab this off the wall and I'll show you. I think he might have sent this to me before the shutdown, but this is amazing. This is another piece that he actually did. So yeah, like love it. It's awesome, cool stuff. And then that's why I don't put my drink on the table. Levi actually of MetaZoo Black Market. he was actually sending out a bunch of packages before. Look at me just knocking stuff over. He was sending out a bunch of packages before the shutdown to different community members. I think he sent like 30 or 40 of them out. And I have looked through the first one that he sent me, because he sent me one from the second wave later this summer. But the thing is, I haven't actually really gone through it and opened most of what's in it at all, because I actually received that box the day we received the letter from Mike. But I have all that stuff that I actually want to go through as well too. It's a bunch of M2, P2 stuff, random blisters and promos and things like that. So I do have that I actually want to go through as well. And we'll get to the second one. We did the second round of the M2, P2 boxes, and that's actually how I got the Sam Sinclair. Did an Instagram post about that, and that's honestly actually where I got the Crypted Nation box from. Because he knew how much I actually wanted a CN1 box. And honestly, I was going to keep that one sealed. And I was like, you know what? Nah, let's actually open the first 3 sets. If I had a Seance set, or a UFO box, or Seance, or Native, I would open those as well, too. But, yeah, where did I put the wood? Oh, put it right here. All right. Wilderness. There you go. We're going to actually go through it relatively quickly. Yeah, no, he is amazing. He is one of the goats of the community too. His content on Instagram is unparalleled. With them making this new card game, what happens to the older cards? All right, so there's not really been an official announcement. We got the letter from QT Games, the QB Games. We got the letter from them that I don't know, it was kind of weird because it seemed like somebody stumbled across that website, to be completely honest with you. And it was like, oh, look what I found. I don't know if they actually released like that website, because I followed their socials, because you can find them on the website there, and there aren't really anything posted on them. So I don't know if those were created because of the announcement, or if they just haven't been able to use them. I know that from the letter, I think they were saying this is the first game that they've actually helped develop. The big takeaway, though, that sorry, to answer your question about the older cards, I think the older cards we're literally witnessing a real-time WotC transition, kind of like what Pokemon went through when ownership went from Wizards of the Coast to Pokemon Company. I don't know, somebody that might be more familiar with Pokemon, correct me, but I don't think that once Pokemon Company bought, or they took control of Pokemon from Wizards of the Coast, I don't know if you were able to use those WotC cards, actually, those Wizards of the Coast cards, in gameplay. It's 3, 4, oh my god, it's been so long, I don't even remember. Oh, I guess it's 4, I can't remember, it's 4. So I think the cards themselves are going to be their own format. I think it is going to be a legacy format. And to be completely honest, if they do simplify the game, if they make it easier to, okay, so it was 4. If they do simplify the game, or if they do make it easier for newer players to get in, because I will be honest, one of the things that took me the longest to really get a good handle on were like the traits, for example. I'm not going to be upset about it, to be completely honest. The example that I keep thinking of is Crypted Clash, the online client. It was not a 1-for-1 of MetaZoo, and a lot of the quality of life changes I guess they made for the online client were beneficial, in my opinion. So if they kind of make it close to that, I think it would still work, because again, I am all about them. Oh, that's right, that has no foil on it. I'm all about them simplifying the game, and I know that there's a really big divide right now about people who are okay with it and people who aren't. So I know that's a very controversial position to take, I guess. What else? Let's see what we got. I hope they keep the art decrypted similar to those cards. Me too. I don't know, honestly, why they would change the art. So I do kind of hope that they keep it the same. They posted the MetaZoo logo, so I think they will still print MetaZoo on the card. Of course. Well, oh, see, that's the thing, though, too, is that I don't think people have realized that Cubigator, I can't, oh my god, I keep pronouncing their name wrong. QB Games, I don't think they are partnered with MetaZoo, but I don't think they outright own MetaZoo. The Meta2, as far as I'm aware, is not owned by them, so that means it's two separate companies. I think that they're helping to develop it and they're helping to push it, but I think there is still, yes, GameCubator. I think they're there to help them, but I think that Meta2 is actually making the call. Very similar to, like, if you guys have been keeping up with Nom Nom, very similar to how they're getting a company to come in to help them with their Kickstarter. I think this is kind of the same relationship. I grabbed the scissors to open up the promos and the box toppers that I'm going to have, because I found a random CN2 box topper, and we're going to have the one from CN1. Trying to call me out about my scissors. The usual knife, I don't know. I don't know where it is, to be honest with you. I looked around for it and couldn't find it. Oh, come on, give us a full holo. I don't know. Wilderness was always a hard set for me, man. Like, I think I opened up a handful of booster boxes. It was the first set that it was actually really easily accessible for me to be able to buy. And so I opened up, I want to say probably like 6 or 7 booster boxes. And it was so incredibly hard for me to get that entire set. Well, let me read that. The old WotC Pokemon cards are still mechanically compatible with new Pokemon cards. Yes, but not power-wise. The Pokemon cards, you can still, I guess, if you wanted to, you could still, if they actually had a extended format, you could use, like, base and jungle cards, but the power differential between the two is, there's not going to be any sort of comparison between them. I don't know, though. Yeah, even though they're mechanically compatible with the new Pokemon cards, I don't know if, like, tournament legal-wise, Noah, if it was actually, if they were allowed to combine them. Or if there was, like, a grace period at some point where you could, but then you couldn't after a certain set. Like, I'm not entirely sure. What else do we got here? Man, it's been a while since I opened up some Wilderness. Maybe that's why, because all I get are reverse holo boxes. Do I think they're going to reboot the lore? I don't know, to be honest with you. I think people have grown attached to the characters, even though they were never really fully flushed out, I guess. Like, the more that comes out, the more I'm starting to realize, and I think the community at large is starting to realize, that the IP, the story, the characters, the universe, the world, Mike had a really good idea, but he never actually did anything with it. He didn't expand on it. I don't know if when he was at the writing retreat he ever actually wrote a book. I know that they had a bullet point, they had a timeline, they had an idea of where everything was going, but I don't know exactly how much is on paper, if that makes sense. So, to be completely blunt, it wouldn't be hard to, quote-unquote, reboot MetaZoo, even using the same idea that Mike had, changing the names, or changing the actual locations of certain things. Because at the end of the day, we really only got, the original comics only took us to the end of Loveland Castle when Sam and Love left. And then the manga only got to, I think, Unity City. Oh, thanks, Baltums. Well, I appreciate that. Crasters and Cryptids was amazingly fun. Shout out to Dudley, too, with Dudley's Den of Games, because that man killed it being able to transcribe that into an actual tabletop RPG. Ooh, we got a gold. It's still a reverse, though. So yeah, I don't know if they'll reboot the. I don't know if they'll reboot the lore or not. But like I said, there isn't. Even if they do, there's not much that they'd have to reboot because we never really got a lot. I've had some people ask, like, well, why haven't you actually, like, because I always claimed that I kind of figured out the timeline in Cryptid Nation. And I've had a lot of people ask me, like, well, why didn't you actually, like, reveal any of it? Why didn't you ever talk about it? And to be honest with you, I didn't talk about it because about the time that I was going to make my timeline video, that's when Reverse Snally, what is it? Snollygaster. That's about the time that Mike actually asked me to help with the Cryptid map, which if you're not familiar with the Cryptid map, check out my Instagram page. It's one of the reels. I haven't fully released it yet because I'm not. I was waiting to see exactly where the dust fell with MetaZoo. But I pretty much spent like 3-4 months going in and adding every single cryptid from Cryptid Nation all the way through native, including promos and ambassador VCs and stuff like that, to a Google map. And I put links to the descriptions of them and other stuff, and it was supposed to be a huge resource for not only just MetaZoo, but actually for cryptid enthusiasts in general. And that map actually had some of the travel lines in it. Oh my gosh, every one has been a reverse. I haven't gotten a full holo yet. That map actually had the travel lines on it. And from that point forward, I couldn't really talk about perspective, oh, this is where they might be heading, because I kind of had a good idea of where they were heading. Saying that though, since the company actually went under, or I can't say since they went under because somebody did buy them. Since the company declared bankrupt, well, no, because they didn't declare bankruptcy till May. Since the company ceased operations, there we go, in January, I have actually, in hopes of another reverse, in hopes of actually getting 5 minutes with the new ownership, I have actually worked on a timeline. I have worked on an actual storyboard of the entire Cryptid Nation story going into Yokai, and I've tried to make it different enough to where it wouldn't be Mike's story. Like, it would be the essence of what he actually had tried to create, but way more fleshed out. And I actually started writing the book for Cryptid Nation too. I haven't been able to work on it that much just because it's been crazy with work. Another reverse. I wonder if I don't know if I've ever had an entire reverse wilderness box. We're about to find out. Anyway, I have like 8,000 words already written. First 3 chapters for the actual book itself. And if they decide to go in a new direction, I'm probably still going to continue that and just write it for myself. I can't say just for myself, but write it actually for the community at large, because I know there are enough people out there that do want to know Sam's story. They do want to know exactly what the Solomon's Ring had to do with it, who M really was. Like, I know that. So yeah, I've been trying to work on it in my off time. Like, write a couple hundred words here or there or whatever. But, and yeah, somebody was like, I should reach out to the new owners. I did reach out to Charlie Hurtlocker, I think, or Herlocker. I'm not sure what his last name is, but I did reach out to him because he is, we got gold, and it's a reverse. Because he is listed on the bankruptcy papers, I believe, as the manager of the new Meta2 company. So only way I could really get up with him was through Instagram. So I did send him a message. I have not received a reply. It was just basically introducing myself, being like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I did. I would love to actually talk with you all about the future of the story and the IP, because that is what I've been obsessed with for... Oh, we got another green. It's not going to be a full holo. It's one of the smallest holos ever. But yeah, I did reach out to him. I have not gotten a reply though. I'm also not anticipating them to be in a position right now where, I mean, they're thinking about that stuff, I would imagine, yes, but they have so much other stuff that they need to finalize. Like the rest of, I mean, I don't know much about bankruptcies. I don't actually know anything about bankruptcies, to be completely honest with you. But I don't think it's just the judge signs off and boom, it's done. I think there's other stuff that has to do with the estate getting transferred and inventory lists and them taking over control of this and them doing that. Like, I don't even know if they even have control of the socials, to be completely honest with you. I know that there was some movement on the Discord, I believe, yesterday. I saw, like, it looked like some, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I was blocked or if some channels disappeared because they're restructuring it or what. But I did see some movement on the Discord yesterday. But as far as, like, the MetaZoo Instagram account, I can't see anything on that because Mike actually blocked me on it when I released the Shaw video back in May. So I haven't been able to interact with MetaZoo Instagram for months now. But I'll be honest, I don't even know if they're going to... They do have control of the socials? Okay, because I don't think they... That's the thing. I don't think they transferred over that Tuesday when they bought everything. Like, I don't think it was an instantaneous transfer. And again, I don't know if... Like, do they have control of all of the socials, or is it just the Discord? Like, I don't know how bankruptcies actually work, so I'm not even trying to guess. I guess it's one of the reasons why I kind of haven't really been putting a lot of info and stuff out either, is because I don't really know much about that process, and so I was kind of letting it settle because I didn't want to inject something and it be wrong or anything like that. And like, Nick's done a good job of actually keeping everybody up to date on exactly, hey, this is what's dropped, this is what's new. I know there's a couple people over in the Oasis that have done a really good job of actually providing the documents from the bankruptcy and everything like that. So shout out to you guys, because that's how half of us have even been able to get informed about anything that's been going on. Another reverse. All right, I'm just gonna because like I'm yeah, that's crazy. Every single one of them have been a reverse, and it's funny too because when I bought this box, I bought like 3 of them at once, and one of them I opened with my wife. We pulled 2 prisms and a couple more of the Wild 7 out of. So I guess it's my luck that this is what I'm getting with this one. But yeah, I'm interested to, and anyway, going back to what I was saying about how I don't know if GameCubator meant for that Mike from Rick, I think it said his name was, to go live, was because it said welcome to the Discord and kind of talking about the socials. They haven't actually, like, the Discord, you can't do any, there's nothing to do with the Discord, which I think honestly the Discord is going to be completely different than what it was before. I don't think we're going to have chat channels in it. I don't think we're going to be able to talk. I don't think we'll be able to post content. I think it's going to be literally just used as a information dump, which it should have been in the first place. After MetaZoo had the success that it had, somewhere between Nightfall and Wilderness, it should have shut the Discord down, because it should have only been them being able to give out information, in my opinion. So if you're listening, new people, Meta2, if you're listening, do not open up that Discord, because all it did was cause problems. There are plenty of other public Discords. There are plenty of other, like, I'll even start a Discord. I don't mind, but like, it was just another reverse. Maddie, how you doing, buddy? Miss you. But yeah, it was just not a good place. But yeah, I think that once they have full control of everything, because I know that Epic was saying that they have control of the socials, I feel like if they had full control of everything, they would have done some sort of announcement, especially now with it being almost 24 hours after GameCubator said anything about them helping to develop the game. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they have full control over them. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a process, kind of. Oh my god, another reverse. Alright, we've gone through more than half of this box. There better be something. Oh, Maddie, you're never late. You arrive exactly when you mean to. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm really interested to see what they do with the IP. MetaZoo has an opportunity to either completely, and I mean completely, revamp everything that they attempted to do with the story and the characters and this universe. Or they have a way, they potentially, they could completely redo it. And it honestly reminded me a lot, that thought reminded me a lot of Casters and Cryptids. I know somebody brought that up earlier. Casters and Cryptids was never meant to contradict the MetaZoo story at large. It was supposed to complement it. So if they were to, for example, hey Rose, look at that. If they were, for example, to keep certain key events and certain key things like the veil shattering, Unity City, which doesn't even have to be called Unity City, but the idea of Unity City and the Rainbow Wizard, if they were to keep core ideas like that, they could literally set the story almost anywhere and use any characters. It doesn't have to be Sam Sinclair, Rose, or Adam. Do I want it to be? Yes, but it doesn't have to be. Because it's the same thing with Casters and Cryptids. I set it up to where it existed in that same world. Just because the main focus of the story going forward isn't Sam, for example, doesn't mean that Sam doesn't exist in this world. I think there's a good probability, though, that they're going to keep some, if not most, of the actual IP, most of the characters, just because a lot of the product that's already out, I mean, all of the product that's already out, actually, is in reference to all of that. And I know that it, like, people keep talking about it as a, like, reboot. I don't think it's a reboot in essence. And I think that Rick even used the word reboot. When he, in that letter of his, it's almost closer, in my opinion, to this box is driving me insane. You're not lying, Bob. It's honestly reminding me more of a rebrand, which people think, oh, rebrand, that means it's going to be completely different. And that's not entirely true. That is one form of a rebrand. Another form of a rebrand is basically delivering on stuff that you say you're going to, unlike the original company that didn't do anything but twiddled their thumbs. That by itself would be a rebrand. This is driving me insane. You're not even kidding, Bob. What Epic was saying, I think it's going to be a Nintendo Game Freak Pokemon type of thing, making it a sub company from the main. I don't think so. Somebody who's actually smarter than me, see if you can find out who owns MetaZoo, because I would bet you, I don't know. I would bet you this promo right here. That MetaZoo is separate from GameCubator. I would almost bet money on it. And that's the thing, is that we're still basically operating in the dark. Like, until Meta2 comes out with a statement, or we actually see, I guess, GameCubator taking the reins, this is all assumption. But like I said, I will give that promo to somebody who is smarter than me and can figure out how, because I tried looking it up and I'm no good at that. Like I said, it's one of the reasons I haven't covered a lot of the bankruptcy, because I have no idea how to access any of those. Oh my God, it's another reverse. I don't know how to access any of those papers. Like, I watched PB Magnet's video about how to submit your claim for the bankruptcy, and I was lost halfway through, because I was like, okay, well, where did you get that website from? Where is that website? These boxes, Andy personally. Yeah, 100%. This is good old Andy Murat quality control right here. Would definitely be a separate legal entity. GameCube Labs would be employed as a contractor by Meta2, is my opinion. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. Maddie, you jumped in later. So, like, the example I used before was, I don't know if you've been keeping up with NomNom, but NomNom ran into some problems with their printer. And so what they did was they actually partnered with another company that's actually going to help them get back on track. And it's not the other company taking over Nom Nom. It's Nom Nom and the other company working together. I would imagine that the other company has some sort of say, but Nom Nom, oh my God, Nom Nom at the end of the day is still the one in charge. And I think that's the same setup here, where GameCubator and MetaZoo, or Meta 2 are actually working together, with Meta 2 still having control, but GameCubator basically being the ones that are like, hey, we're going to push this product. Like, think about it. MetaZoo never really had a PR. Like, MetaZoo never had an actual PR anything. So, like, they never, all of their stuff that they pushed was word of mouth, or us, the content creators. We were the ones that pushed their stuff. Harley will speak to you daily about all of the stuff. Like, it's crazy. They never had a real PR team. They never actually had any sort of, even their partnerships weren't really partnerships. Their partnerships were them leasing and using the other IP. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we were the PR, Chester. We were the PR. And we're back. You're right, Mothhawk. But yeah, and I know I'm being, this is not the usual happy-go-lucky Turmentic, ha ha ha. But to be honest with you, that guy, that is such a small amount of foiling. That guy was cheated and lied to by Mike and the other higher ups of that company. And I used to defend them because I thought that they actually had a plan. And the more that I came to find out over the last 6 months or so, 7, 8, 9 months, is that they never really had a plan. They never had a plan. And that's why, again, like, going back to, like, we were the PR. That's why so many content creators stopped caring about MetaZoo, is because it got to a point where it felt like MetaZoo didn't care about you. And I don't know if you would say I was one of the lucky ones that never felt like that until the end, but at the same time, it was because of the information I was given. I was being told that things were okay directly from them, not just hearsay, but directly from them. Like I talked about in my Instagram post like a month and a half ago or so. Mike legit hired me to work for the company in November of last year. And then my start date was pushed into December. And then my start date was pushed again until January. And I was supposed to start that week that the company ceased operations. So that's why I was pushing the narrative that I did, was because as far as I knew, everything was golden. I couldn't tell anybody about getting the job. But, like, why would he have hired me if he knew if the company was going down? And some of that, I can't answer that question. I can't answer that question, honestly. And I really respected Mike. And I might be just talking off the cuff right now, but I really respected Mike. And I hope that he didn't hire me because I had other opportunities with other TCGs that I'm not going to say, that I mentioned to him. And he wanted me to work for MetaZoo. That's what he told me. And I don't want to think that he did that knowing the company was going under. I don't think they realized that until after the Kuromi's release, and realizing that nobody wanted the Kuromi product. Like, I honestly thought it was a really cool idea just because of this is going to be a full reverse hollow box. I thought Kuromi was a good idea personally because of the number of eyes that would actually see the product. I didn't realize that the deal, I guess in essence, that they had struck with Kuromi was so one-sided. And it's not surprising that they didn't make a return on that because of the deal that they struck out. And that was, honestly, I think that was the nail in the coffin. If Hello Kitty would have gone well, I think we'd be in a completely different boat, because they did have plans for, if I remember correctly, they did have plans for a continuation of the disclosure files because they were actually telling the story that Razzmatazz actually figured out. I never did a video on it, but Razzmatazz actually figured out it was Razzmatazz, myself, I think Streamy, and one other person in the Oasis. Razzmatazz did the majority of the work. That's why I'll give it to him. But we figured out actually the secret language in UFO and the translation of the Solomon's Ring. I never did a video for it because everything fell apart right around the time that we figured everything out. And that disclosure set was supposed to be the story of being able to tell what was going on with the language and everything like that, because supposedly I was told, and again, take it with a grain of salt because I don't know if I actually believe it, but in theory there's supposed to be a card in UFO that is a quote-unquote like Rosetta Stone of everything, and it was supposed to be the thing that made everything to do with UFO make sense with the second language and Solomon's Ring and this and that. But instead, nobody was opening up UFO because of the print run. And so instead, they were going to actually put that Rosetta Stone card, quote unquote, into the disclosure files. I don't believe Mike when he says he didn't work on Kuromi, because at the end of the day, he was still in charge. So he might not have been the one that actually dealt with it to the day-to-day, but he's still the one that signed off on it. He's still the one that allowed it to happen. And I mean, if he was focused on trying to actually get MetaZoo itself out to the masses, that was a complete reverse hollow box. I don't think there's an excuse for that. I really don't, Pee-wees. And I get what you're saying, that I do think that the majority of the Kuromi stuff does fall on Andy, yes, because he pushed it. I know Afton pushed it. So this is a full reverse hollow booster box. I've never had one of those. Good old wilderness. That's funny. But yeah, I would say though that Andy probably deserves more of it than Mike. But you also have to remember though, that was after Native was fumbled. We only got technically one core set last year, which was Native, which we didn't get all of at the same time. Like there's just so much that happened. So many dominoes that fell in a row that led to them not doing it. It's almost kind of like my favorite thing to do, honestly, when I'm in Vegas is I'll go up to the roulette board, all right? And I'll take $100 and I'll put it on black. And I'll like 100 on black. And I'll do that up to 5 times. If I win, I'll leave it and we'll go again. If I win, I'll leave it and we'll just go again. And I'll do it up to 5 times. I've actually walked away a couple times at 3, because by that point I'm like, oh, this is actually money. But that's what MetaZoo did. MetaZoo, in my opinion, I can't even say MetaZoo. It's not MetaZoo. Mike and Andy bet on black, all in, way too many times, to where eventually they lost. And it's one of those where instead of focusing on the things that needed to be focused on, they were trying way too many different things, trying to get the next big thing. And because of that, so many opportunities just fell through their fingers. Looked like my wilderness booster box. Condolences to getting truly random. Hey man, I wonder how rare, probably not, a full reverse hollow booster box really is though. My guess they knew MetaZoo ship was sinking, but were banking on a buyout to take care of all their money problems, planning on someone cleaning up the mess they made. I think that might have been a thought, yes, but at the same time, I don't, you can't make some of the decisions they made, hoping that someone's eventually going to come out and buy it. You need to set it up and prop it up to where people want to buy it. And then you can do those things. but they hadn't propped it up yet to where they had like multiple people trying to buy the game or trying to buy the IP or this or that. Like, the thing you have to remember is that all of the partnerships that MetaZoo did, I can't say all, I won't say all because there's no way it's all of them. The vast majority of the partnerships that MetaZoo did were one-sided, where MetaZoo paid them for the use of the licensing. MetaZoo didn't make any money from it. MetaZoo paid money to use their licensing. And that, I didn't realize that until after the closure. And that's very telling because that's MetaZoo putting other people's names with MetaZoo instead of other people wanting to put their name with MetaZoo, if that makes sense. If MetaZoo does take off, surely that means native being such short print will become the Skyridge and Expedition. Like, ooh, that's a good idea, Maddie. I never thought about that. Because, yeah, the print run on that was so much smaller. You have no native in your collection? Dude, it was so hard. I think I can't even remember how many boxes I bought. I bought so many boxes of native from Super Galactic because they were just sitting there. I'm like, yeah, I want to get this. And like, native was like one of the best sets, in my opinion, to open. All right, so now that we got the Wilderness box out of the way, I'm going to show you some of this stuff. This is the first box that Black Market sent me, the one that I haven't really done much with because I received it the day that Mike actually published the letter. But there's some really cool stuff. The NFT booster boxes are still my favorite product ever produced. But don't get me started on the NFTs themselves. Especially the NFT community. There's a lot of people who are upset because they're like, oh, I don't know if the NFTs are going to do anything. You bought it for utility. It served the utility that it actually had, except for the new PFPs. All of the other NFTs and even the original PFPs served their utility at least once. So you got something from that. If you didn't use it, that's on you. But there were plenty of NFT drops specifically for token holders. So the new company, MetaZoo, I don't feel they owe you anything. If anything, those NFTs might become more valuable when MetaZoo actually starts going out more mainstream. Because that's another thing, too, that I think that GameCubator is actually there for. GameCubator is there to help MetaZoo go more mainstream. With the connections that some of the people actually have at GameCubator, it wouldn't be surprising if that's honestly one of the reasons why they partnered with them, was because they have some names that they can be like, yo, let's do this. But I don't think that MetaZoo owes anybody anything to do with the NFTs. And that's a very unpopular position. And I understand I'm going to get a lot of hate for that. And that is okay, because I am a token holder. I own 12 different PFPs. I would love utility for them, but I was able to use that when MetaZoo, the original MetaZoo Games LLC existed. So I got that utility from that. The NFTs, what I was getting at though, is that those NFTs, like regardless of what anybody says, NFTs are the future. It might take us another 20, 30 years to get there, but NFTs literally are a part of the future. They are a part of the collectible future. You can't get away from it. I think as we get more into AR and we get more into virtual reality, I think that NFTs will become more commonplace. But we're in this weird 10-year transitional period between VR, AR, and none. So I give it time. So anyway, the NFTs I think could actually become more valuable over time, especially in 20, 30 years down the line with MetaZoo. But your gut feeling is that all that stuff is dead. And it might be. But the thing is, though, is that even if MetaZoo doesn't do anything with the NFTs, they're still there. They still can be bought. They still can be sold. And for who knows in the future if they might do something with them. Literally everything is kind of dead right now when it comes to collectibles. And I consider NFTs collectibles. It seems like pretty much everything's down. But anyway, I'm going to go back to this. So this is a M2P2 box because my man just had way too many of them. And he knew that I was only able to get one box. So he actually sent me some of the pins because I love the pins. The pins, honestly, I got on that train really, really late with MetaZoo, but as you can tell, I'm obsessed with them. This is my favorite one. This is actually the one from Water Tower, and I'll take it off. Actually, I'm not going to take it off to show you. Anyway, it is the one. It is the number one pin, 1 out of 199 or 1 out of 200 or whatever. And I actually got Isaac to sign it too, right there. It's the first ever pin signed, I think. Anyway, I love pins, if you can't tell. So my guy actually sent me a ton of those. Got to actually show off these as well too, because these are really sick. They're actual the MetaZoo Black Market pins. I got some keychains that he sent me. And then there was a bunch of the M2P2 extra promos, because again, I didn't get any of them really. Oh, and yeah, a random Prism Aura PSA 10. I was like, oh man, don't hate me. I wanted to crack that and actually open it, because I only have one Prism Aura. Maybe two. Slippy, what's up, wifey? How you doing, buddies? This I will open, and I'll show you what's in there. But this right here is actually sealed, and I don't know if I'm going to open up that or not. There were a bunch of release decks that he sent me, like a Nightfall release deck, a Wilderness one, 2 Crypted Nation ones. And random promo packs, which I'm going to open up every single one of these because I don't care. I'd rather it be out. Oh my god, is that MetaZool? Is he here? Or is Vaults of Zool? Is that you actually, MetaZool? Is that a different name? But yeah, so anyway, I'll show you this. So from the Bear Walker board, which I'll be honest with you, I kind of wish I could redeem it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to redeem it. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, it is you? I wasn't sure enough, but I was like, you're the only person I know that might actually use Zool. So, until he changes back. Okay, love it. I just put that together. So yeah, I never was able to get a Bear Walker board, so this was actually really cool. He knows how much I love this character, and he sent me an unscratched frog. So if they ever open these back up, because I think most of the boards are actually in the warehouse still. If they ever open that up, I might scratch it and try to redeem it, but I don't know if they're going to do that for the Bear Walker stuff, or if they're going to do that for the Revive boards, because I have a couple of Revive boards that I might actually even redeem too, but I don't know how any of that's going to work once Meta 2, I guess, officially gets... Oh, there's 3 of them in there. That's kind of cool. Officially, I guess, gets all of that. Yeah, I see. I got into the skateboards really, really late. And I only have one, and it's a Cumberland Revive that my buddy CNO from TCG Island sent me, which I love. It's up on my wall. But I was never able to redeem any more of them. And so when I got this box, this wasn't sealed. So I opened it up and I saw that, but I was like, oh man. So anyway, we have a 2020, a 2021 Halloween, Black Friday promo pack, Native Spoiler pack, Disclosure 2 file, and then 3 pin clubs. So we're going to open up these before we get to the Nightfall box. You need your moth? Yeah, I know. That moth Bear Walker board, dude. Whew. Alright, so I don't even remember what the good cards in these sets are. It's been so long since I opened these. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, it's not Ghost of the Sloth Furnace. Oh, that's right. It's, crap. It's Sentry Box, it's the Manchic Skeletons, and the horse. Dee's favorite horse. Why can't I think of it? It's not Blaziken. I can't remember. It's gonna drive me crazy until I do. Floop. Ooh, Full Hollow Wingok. Alright, let's see if I can get that centered. That's pretty cool. Not Blitzen. What's the name of the blue horse from Denver at the airport? I can remember everything about it except for the name. That's gonna kill me. Such a good lore keeper. Look at me being able to remember the names of the cryptids. Lucifer, there it is. Ooh, it's not the alt one, but I'll take the Sentry Box Devil. Dude is killer. It's a huge, huge contender at Dark Tower. Squonk is what I'm thinking. Yeah, exactly. Squonk. Why? I should have thought of that. What is your favorite cryptid, and why is it Squonk? It's my favorite line from any of the Let's Talk MetaZoo shows. Let's do the Halloween ones since it's October. All right, what do we got? Floop, non-hollow, Fright Night. All right, okay. It's like a little bit of like residual hollow on it there. See that? All right, I'll take it. 2021. What is it? Just no Slibby. Every year during this time, I remember one of the best weekends of my life. Oh, man, I'm so upset that I didn't get to go to Salem that year. I really wanted to. Hey, and a Kinderwook Crackle Bar. Alright, what do we got next? What do we do next? The Spoiler, Black Friday, or Disclosure? Let's do the Spoiler. Oh, it's kind of like bent. It's probably because of me. Alright, what is it going to be? Hey, look at that. Nice little native stamped lightning storm. Alright, I like it. Alright, let me come over here. These Black Friday promos are probably one of the most controversial things ever. I never got all of mine either. You're just missing you and Shane. Oh, I know, dude. I had to do, that was the weekend that we actually had, whatchamacallit, Rocky Horror, so I couldn't actually go. And yeah, I'm so upset about that. Ooh, it's the Calipede. Alright, every single one of these cards was a banger, in my opinion. One of the most controversial mini sets they ever made, but one of the coolest mini sets they ever made. Like, straight up. And this was another really, really fun set. The disclosure cards. Like, I had a lot of fun with these. It was funny too because when they first actually when they first announced these, really, I was driving to Collecticon, not Collecticon, it was GalaxyCon in Raleigh, and it was like myself and MetaZoo and Slippy and like two other people or so in this chat on Discord, basically messaging, trying to figure out the translations and what did this mean from this picture that was shared. But then there was one over here on Twitter that was actually shared too that was a little different, and like the disclosure stuff was so much fun to try to actually figure out what was going on. Hey, all right, a nice little full hollow chibi UFO. I'll take that. That's super cool. And what else we got? Full hollow classified petroglyphs. Not bad. All right. For the disclosure pack, 2 full hollows. Take it. Everything exciting. How you doing, Joel? Thanks for joining in. We just opened up some random promo packs. Native stamped right there. Lightning Storm. Some Halloween stuff. Some Pin Club. Boom. Yeah, I feel like we did pretty good for the promo packs, to be honest with you. And again, yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to open up this or not. Like, I don't know if I want to be honest. It'd be cool though if it actually had the possessed aura. But I don't know yet. All right. So we got next. Next up, I believe it's going to be Nightfall. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, this orientation, I got to figure out why exactly the phone forced me to go like this. I just realized too, I had the stream running next to me and I didn't actually start the stream, so I actually had no idea what was being shown. Yeah, I don't like the orientation. I wish I could change. I need to figure out exactly what I did to get it like that. This is the first time, though, in a while that I've actually streamed without using Streamyards. So that might be it, too, because pretty much everything I did for the last couple months was all Streamyards. Alright, hold on 1 second. Sorry, technical difficulties over here with the keyboard. Alright, so yeah, we're going to open up this Nightfall box real quick. And then, we still got the CN1. And, ooh, I still have the other box to actually show you. Hey, so we still got some time. October scratch, let's go. Oh, that might be what it is. Wait, but it wouldn't let me switch it back. Yeah, it said I had to go into like some sort of controls or something, but it never gave me the name of the control that I had to go to. We're back, baby. How you doing, Max? So yeah, boom. We got Nightfall right here. We're going to go through that entire box as well, hoping that we actually have way better luck than we had in that Wilderness box, because that Wilderness box was just hard. Maybe that's why we had that Wilderness box, was so we could pull a scratch in here, and then we can actually get a red ink maybe from the Crypted Nation box. And hey, who knows? Maybe there's a blue ink in here. I don't even know where this came from, to be honest with you, but I found it. It's like, ooh, we'll open that tonight too. Cool. So yeah, oh no, I'm just dropping things again. And of course, the card that I'm dropping is a sample Sam Sinclair. You know, go big or go home. Alright, you know what? You're just going to sit there. I love it. Alright, let's get into some Nightfall real quick. Dude, Nightfall will always be my favorite set. Like, I don't know what it is about it. I really don't. But Nightfall holds a special place in my heart. I would open Nightfall all of the time. And I'm excited about the Crypted Nation 1 box, too, because like I was saying, I've only ever opened up 3. No, that will be my 3rd, sorry. I bought plenty of packs, but boxes, I've only opened up 3, which is crazy. But yeah, Nightfall, there's just something about Nightfall. Just, oof, I love it. It has we're off to where we were last time. It has so many of the staples in it too, though. I mean, not big, like, people always like, oh, Crypted Nation, sorry, and they're like, Sam Sinclair, or this or that, and I'm like, well, this has Wendigo, this has Mothman in it, this has Injured Cold in it. Like, there's so many iconic, like, bigger, darker beasties in this set. So I don't know, I like it. Upside down hollow arrows, you're right. I actually found my first one, but it's on a mud. Oh God, what's his name? It's the mud one from this set. Ooh, Boogeyman. All right. But yeah, no, I don't know. Nightfall's special in my opinion. The upside down reverse is harder to find. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Headless Horseman. Yeah, that's right. Headless Horseman is in this set. That's what it was. It was a reverse Murphy's Burrow. Oh, Murphy Burrow Swamp Monster. That's what it was. I don't know why. I've just randomly remembered that. It's like, oh yeah, it was this specific card right here. Alright, what do we got? Veggie Man. Ooh, and a reverse Headless. Okay. We still have not pulled a full hollow from a booster box on the stream yet, which is wild. Abduction. I like how I'm actually still separating the non-hollow rares away. I don't know why. Old habits die hard. Arkansas Snipe. We have Ludwig, Trinity Amulet, Ileana Lake Monster, Great Blizzard, Crystallized Light. Ooh, we got gold. Hey! Full hollow Old Brooks Crying Tree. You know what, my guy? Just because you were the first full hollow I pulled this stream, I'm gonna put you right there. Congratulations. I don't know. I've had some like crazy Nightfall boxes, but I'd say that, and at the same time, though, I've never had a Wilderness box that was. This honestly was the hardest card for me to pull reverse holo out of the entire set. I kid you not. I don't know why. It makes no sense to me. But I think I've only honestly pulled like 2 or 3 of them too. So it has not been many. Reverse Crazy Critter of Bald Mountain. So yeah, anyway, I appreciate y'all jumping in here, coming to say hi. Like I said, it's been a while since I did one of these. And I'll be honest, I was a little nervous. I don't know. But I kind of felt like with everything that's been going on the last couple of days, I really wanted to come out and actually just make sure people know. Ooh, what is it? Oh, that's such cool artwork. I love it. The Dark Watchers. Like, I just wanted people to know that I'm excited. I think MetaZoo, in my opinion, out of all of the people I talk to, people in the community, content creators that don't even cover MetaZoo anymore, like Dr. Applesauce. I've actually had some really good conversations with them, like people like him. And these were people that liked MetaZoo, that thought it was super awesome. And before reverse Indrid Cold, all right. Before I actually really got into it hardcore, because I didn't start making content for MetaZoo until like April, May of 2022. And by that point, there were a lot of content creators that had already, that's a sign, that's crazy. There were a lot of content creators that had already stopped making MetaZoo content, or were on their way out. And so I tried to talk to some of them, some of the older ones, and Reverse Jack, nice. And all of them said the number one reason, Hasbar, what's up, buddy? Hey, Catching Cryptids, good to see you. But yeah, all of these content creators, like the old ones from the beginning of MetaZoo, they all told me the number one reason why they stopped covering the game, covering everything, was because of management. And I think you're going to see a lot of older names, a lot of people who swore off, hey, full holo boil over. That's one of the Hateful Eight, right? Yeah, there we go. You're gonna see a lot of people, I feel, come back and give it a shot, because Mike and Andy are not a part of MetaZoo. Shaw is not a part of MetaZoo. Bailey is not a part of MetaZoo. So all of the people that everyone had problems with are not tied to this new company. And that was the one thing that I felt, now, knowing everything that kind of happened, stifled everything. Exactly. All the bad parts of MetaZoo 1 are gone. And these people aren't focused. I mean, of course, everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to be successful. Hey, that's pretty cool too. That's another Hateful Eight. But in my opinion, the focus isn't to make money. The focus is the community. It's like I've been saying for years now, the longevity of the franchise. That's what they're focused on. That's what I think that they want to work on. The longevity of the franchise. Not about filling their pockets with money. And I don't know these people. I don't know these people. So this is all pure speculation. Ooh, non-holo Wendigo. That's cool. See, I love Nightfall. It just hits different. But I don't think these people would have paid the amount of money that they did if they didn't see the potential like I did. Like I do. So yeah, I'm extremely excited for the future, because we have people who care. Like that's the thing. We actually have people who care about the franchise, about it outlasting them. And at the end of the day, that's why all of us got into it. All of us got into this because we saw the potential that it had, or it reignited something in us that we hadn't felt since like we were a kid, with some of the cards, the nostalgia of ripping packs, things like that. And it's because of that connection that we stayed with it. And because of it, we made friends, we did this, we did that, we got to go to crazy conventions or festivals and other things, all that I never would have thought of. But at the end of the day, it was always, in my opinion, it was always about money when it came to the old management. And I'm hoping, and I have a strong feeling that that's not the focus of MetaZoo. And it's so funny to me. I love the fact that they actually named the company MetaZoo. Like that's just big brain, in my opinion. I love that fact. But I'm rambling, you know me, Rambling Rob. That's what I do best. Ooh, we got gold. It's lightning though. Alright, reverse lightning alley. See, I don't know. What do you guys actually... What are your thoughts? Like, do you think that it's just going to be same old, or do you think... Are you going to actually give them a shot? Because like I said, it's been crazy to me how many people that I thought swore off MetaZoo forever are like, oh, so what's going on now? I hope we see more Unlucky 13 too. That's what it is, Unlucky 13, not Hateful 8. The Hateful 8 are from Seance. What am I talking about? Worst lore keeper ever. Yeah, I'm... Hey, Full Hollow Headless. Let's go. And like, I don't wish any ill will on the old management or anything. Like, I hope they have successful lives. But I just don't feel the old management had the path of the passion the community had. I don't think some of the people in positions that they were in cared about the company, the IP, or anything at all, anywhere near some of the community members. And like I said, my big hope is that not only are the right people put in the right positions in order to actually give this company, MetaZoo, the shot that it deserves. Ooh, there, somebody wanted a Wild 7, or an Unlucky 13. There you go. So this is going to actually, they need to put the right people in the right positions. Never lost faith in the IP, only lost faith in the management. Get it. Exactly. 100% Fink. Interested to see if and how they use the old product. They say new TCG, so there's going to be changes, but you don't buy all this for that price point without a plan for it. That's true. I have no idea, to be honest with you. They could use some of it for prize support, because like that's the other thing too. Just because they have a new format, I don't think we won't see events using the legacy format. Like, they would be insane, in my opinion, to not use or capitalize on the thousands of cards that are in existence right now, or 1,000 cards, or it might be like 1,215. I don't know, but they would be insane to not. Dude, I would lose my mind. Think, it wouldn't make sense to me for them not to utilize those cards somehow. Whether it's a once a year type thing or it's a twice a year type thing, I think we will, or I'm hoping we will see tournaments of the legacy format. That's what I'm calling the old MetaZoo format, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. I'm calling it the legacy format. Trademarked. No, not yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if we actually, like I said, that's what it was. Yeah, Murphy's Burrow Mud Monster. That was the reverse that had the upside down. Oh, God, it never gets old. Oh, That's beautiful. MetaZoo has not made any statements yet. Like I was saying earlier, I think they're still in the process of getting control of the socials. I think they have control of some, but not all. So I would imagine, to be honest with you, with them just closing last week, that's one of the reasons why I don't think the GameCubator link was supposed to be seen yet. I think it honestly somehow somebody savvy figured out that it was probably live, but it hadn't been promoted yet, if that makes sense. And somebody found it, because like they're talking about like join the Discord and stuff, but the Discord isn't fully operational yet. So I felt like we were like a solid week or two away from any sort of announcement, and I still feel like we're a solid at least week away from any sort of a statement from MetaZoo. Just straight up, because yeah, they got it again. They have to get all their ducks in a row. They have to make sure that the all of the properties from the estate go through from the sale. They have to make sure that everything is transferred over to them still. Like it's a process. It isn't like flipping a switch. Can you still be the Lord of the Salt Mine, my friend? You could be the main miner. I'm just excited because this is now exists the possibility for me to plan and host the hunt for Chessie. Ooh, bro! If you actually get that up and running, let me know, because I will totally try to make the trip out there for that. That sounds awesome, Fink. Like, please, please, please send me a message on Instagram or something. Like, let me know if you get that up and running, because I will totally come to that. And it is... Oh, hey, look at it. It's a beautiful Momo. You can't get mad at that face. Look at that face. That's such a pretty, cute little face. I'm cool with them changing up products, gameplay, etc., and adding to the lore. I just hope the art style stays more or less the same. Me too. But to be completely honest, like, if the art style changes, if it isn't a change like it was in Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival, I'm gonna be okay. Using Pokemon as an example, they have multiple different ways of that they do their cards depending on the set, and I would be okay with them switching it up every now and then. I hope they don't lose that core feeling though. But like, they don't have to be watercolor, in my opinion, or they don't have to be the felt tip pens or things like that. I am interested to see how it changes, though, for sure. Exactly. If it changes in a good way, then that's okay. Like, because I feel like there are changes in the artwork from Cryptid Nation all the way through to Native, and I'm okay with those changes. But if they, Full Hollow Wood Devil of Coos County. Shout out to Cryptid Nation News. Where's Ian? I miss Ian. We need to get Ian back into MetaZoo. I miss that guy. We need Cryptid Nation News to come back. If it changes in a good way, that's fine too. I also hope the beasties themselves don't change, like how Cryptid Camp imagines the cryptids a little different, which is fine for them, but not MetaZoo. Well, here's the thing, and that's the beauty of cryptids in general, is that a lot of times you don't really fully know exactly what they look like. It is a good example would be the fearsome critters. So Cryptid Camp doing them the way that they're doing them, that's on them. Full Hollow Lightning Alley. I'm not going to knock the actual art, because like some of the art is actually cool. I will not be getting involved in Cryptid Camp at all, though, because I do not trust Bailey. And I know that he is bankrolling it. I feel bad, though, because I love Emilio, and I actually really love some of the artists that are involved in it, but I just don't trust him. I was going to plan it for the Cast Society, but the original boat called Spirit of Norfolk burned down during planning, but now the zoo's coming back, and the cruise company has a new boat, so let's go, Fink, let's go. Oh my god, set it up, let's go. One-Eyed Crow, I miss him so much, my friend. Like, I miss that guy so much. The link was sent to me earlier in the day. When I asked if it was live, I was told yes for the people to find. Oh, okay. Interesting, Harley. No, it's fine for Cryptid Camp. I just mean I hope the existing MetaZoo beasties keep their old look. I feel like some of them will. Especially since I feel like most of them will, to be completely honest with you. Because that's the thing. Just because they might be changing the gameplay, the mechanics, things like that, getting rid of... Like, I personally, like I said, I'm advocating for them actually simplifying and getting rid of the traits. they don't have to get rid of the actual depictions of how they describe the beasties, because they have so much existing product and lore and things like that, like art, that I don't think they would be getting away from them. I don't think that they would be reimagining them. You might have some that are reimagined, like smaller beasties, and I know that, like, for example, some of the artists actually redid beasties in their own right. Like Jersey Devil, for example, one of my favorite prints of all time is Jet's Jersey Devil from Crypted in 2022. So, like, I can see them reimagining some of them like that, but I don't see them coming out and doing, like, brand new versions of these cryptids, kind of like how Crypted Camp did. I don't know, be honest with you. I don't know if Cryptic Camp is actually dead on arrival now or not, Maddie. I'm not going to make that judgment. I don't know anything about them. I'm not paying attention to them. So I'm not going to talk ill of them. Hey, another reverse headless horseman. But I will say that it is definitely going to be harder for a cryptid-based TCG, in my opinion, to outshine MetaZoo 2025. I will say that I hope they actually do okay. I mean, there's plenty of room for everybody, but it's going to be hard for a cryptid-based TCG to compete against MetaZoo in 2025. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, we got another gold, and it's a reverse Adam Ackler. Adam himself, look at that. All right, so far this has been a pretty decent Nightfall box. How anyone can support Cryptic Camp is mind-blowing to me, being that the owner and I'm 100% Mike owns it and helping it, and I like to do it. I mean, I wasn't going to get into that. I'm not going to try to do like a big like tirade of against Mike and Bailey. But I mean, I share that sentiment with you, Harley. I really do. Like, how many times are we going to be played? What's the famous George W. Bush quote? Another born from the earth. Fool me once, shame on me. Shame on me, fool me twice, but you ain't going to fool me again. I already feel like I got fooled twice. So, third time's a charm, I guess. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I don't even know if Mike is really involved in that. And to be honest with you, with everything that's been going on, I don't think Mike has time to do much except for defend himself against everything that is going on with the bankruptcy. Because you got to remember, Mike technically left the company via text message in January and then came back in May, started the bankruptcy. And then pretty much by that point, everybody, it seemed like, was trying to just grab as much as they could. And it seemed like it was all hands on deck, everybody out for themselves. And to be honest with you, I don't see litigation against the higher ups ending another Momo for quite some time. And that's just pure speculation. I don't know what other stuff went on with it or anything like that. But I just feel like the bankruptcy and the basically the creditor list and other stuff like that. I mean, you got to remember, they and this is just one example, they sold artwork to fund the bankruptcy. Like, that doesn't make sense. They sold literally MetaZoo assets on stream to fund a bankruptcy. Like, that doesn't add up to me. Like, those are assets that Meta 2 could have used. Those are assets that, even if Meta 2 wasn't the one that bought it, somebody else could have used. But instead, original Kickstarter art, which I'm going to go out on a limb and just say it wasn't probably scanned, it was sold. I mean, shout out to Crypted Keeper, because my dude bought a huge amount of it and sent a piece to a lot of people in the community. He actually sent me one. I have it over there on the wall. But first off, why wasn't that stuff included in a potential sale? Another full hollow Wood Devil of Coas County. Like, why that stuff should have been included in the sale. It does, and I think, again, I don't know much about a bankruptcy. I think it does to a point, but I think that there's other stuff. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of it depends on if the stuff, I guess, that if it's an inventory actually shows up. Like, whatever happened to about the whole, like, Mike accused Shaw of selling one-of-one grails and things like that. Whatever happened on that? That, like, that was talked about for a week, and then Mike and Bailey and nobody ever brought it up again. So I don't know. Because there was so much accusation, so much stuff being thrown around back in May that I have no idea, honestly. Another Born from the Earth? That's 3. Honestly, I don't believe anything that Mike said at this point. I just don't. Because, yeah, if you remember when I made the Shaw video, and it was like 2 or 3 days after, he was in, first off, he was in Bailey's Discord when Bailey still had the Discord, and he was like, aha, look, right here. And I mean, yeah, somebody was arrested from from Shaw's distributor, but they were framing it like Shaw was the one selling getting him to sell it, and he was like, oh, I'm not going to take the fall for it. Like, it was so odd. Like, all of it was just so odd, because I'm like, wait a minute, that's literally felony impersonation. That's felony fraud. So, like, and none of that was ever talked about again. It was immediately brushed under the rug. And I'm like, okay, so who's telling the truth here? Like, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see this ending a reverse headless nut. I don't see it ending, first off, well for them, and I don't see it ending anytime soon. Oh, I'm not even talking about that, Harley. I'm talking about, it was one of the proto-moths was supposedly sold, but then it was actually come to find out that it was given to the dude to sell from Shaw, but Shaw actually was the one selling it, not the other guy, and he was impersonating the other guy. And that's why I'm like, okay, this is not adding up. There's too many variables here. That's literally, we're talking like jail time. We're talking years of jail time. And there's no reason why Shaw would need to take an employee's identification to create an eBay account to sell stuff that would potentially not only get rid of his entire company, but land him in jail. Dude doesn't need that. Dude has more than enough money. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't trust Mike. There was just so much stuff thrown around in May. And as soon as he got his money, and as soon as the bankruptcy was actually started, and as soon as the lawyer actually got paid, guess who stopped talking? Mike. Was it probably because his lawyer told him to? Yes, 100%. But they were trying to scapegoat Shaw. And to be honest with you, I don't know if Shaw is 100% not guilty. Like, he knew some stuff. But at the same time, they were trying to throw him under the bus, in my opinion. Exactly. Mike disappeared as soon as they actually got the lawyer. To be honest with you, though, half of what Mike actually said in Bailey's Discord, he shouldn't have said. That's stuff that is incriminating on him. He actually inadvertently tied everything to Aoki too. Like, if you actually go and look at, anybody has the screenshots, if you actually go and look at it, one of the guys that's actually in that thread that he was texting saying I quit, in essence, was Aoki's day-to-day manager. And so, like, there's just so much misinformation. Reverse Arkansas Snipe. Really? I didn't know that. That's crazy. They had to sell 2 of the Game Castle locations. But like I said, though, that's one of the things that makes me actually excited, is that none of those people that we were just talking about are involved with MetaZoo. So we literally have all of the best aspects of MetaZoo, and we got rid of all of the things that were literally holding it back and holding it down. I am so excited for the future. I'm so excited to see what MetaZoo has in store. Exactly, clean slate. And that's the thing too, is that I said this actually because Dean recently on his hobby podcast, he wanted basically statements. Oh, another Adam, nice. He wanted statements from people, just basically what they thought of the sale and things like that. And same thing I told him. The new company has to earn our trust. I know I'm super aloof and I'm super happy and like, haha, look at this. I'm so excited. They still have to earn our trust. Am I going to give them the benefit of the doubt? Yeah. I'm going to honestly see how it goes. But they're going to have to fully earn our trust. Hey, full hollow Adam. Nice. Because that trust has been hurt. It has been destroyed. It has been shattered. Not just for me, but the vast majority of the community. But knowing that none of them are tied to it at all, I have, like I said, I have a really good feeling, because at the end of the day, and the more that I actually find out from people, they were the big problem. Bell Witch. They were the big problem. I hope they actually have more focus on product. There does not need to be a million collaborations. There doesn't need to be a million promos. I hope that they actually, I liked the idea though of them. Hey, look at that. I said that was the hardest one for me to pull, and I actually got one in this box. Wow. I like the idea of them going to cryptid cons, cryptid conventions. I can see them still going to like maybe collecticons. They don't really need to go to the big cons, not yet at least. Like New York Comic Con, and a full hollow one too. That's the last one in that Nightfall box. So that wasn't a bad Nightfall box. I don't think they need to go though. Like I was saying, I don't think they need to go to like New York Comic Con and things like that yet. Will it be nice? Yeah, it'd be awesome. But it isn't one of those where I think it's needed. I think they need to honestly focus more on the cryptid festivals. There's hundreds of them across the country. And that was one of the big focuses that MetaZoo never really put too much effort into. It was so weird not going, Chester. It was so weird not going to Mothman Festival this year. But that was one thing that I feel like they didn't really put a lot of focus in and are on, and that was the cryptid community at large. Yes, a lot of us that are involved with MetaZoo, we loved cryptids. But a lot of us honestly found it by accident. And they had some cryptid community. They had some cryptid connections, like with the Bigfoot Museum here in North Carolina. They had talked to the Mothman Museum out in Point Pleasant, but like they not once, as far as I'm aware, contacted the Flatwoods Museum. That's also in West Virginia. Like there was so much disconnect from the product that they sold and the community they were trying to represent, in essence. And that is one big focus that I hope MetaZoo does, is I hope MetaZoo focuses on the cryptid community at large. Because Mothman Festival is a perfect example. You have 15 to 20,000 people coming to that small town for one cryptid. And granted, it's a big one, but it's still one cryptid. And like those are huge numbers. Those are huge numbers. And I really hope that they focus more on that. Like Hodag, Squonk. I mean, and the other thing too is that it would help. Like the more that they invest in the cryptid community, the more it's actually going to bring the people in the cryptid community up, if that makes sense. I noticed it, or I thought about it the first year I went to CryptidCon, where if MetaZoo can get more mainstream, if they can actually hit more households, things like that, then these people who are Bigfoot researchers or UFO hunters or other things like that, it will actually lift them up as well. It will lift that entire cryptid community up, which would then help reinforce MetaZoo itself, which would then help reinforce that. It's just a secular whatever the word is, thing. So yeah, that's one of my big things, is I really hope they focus on Cryptid community. All right, so anyway, I got the second box. I'm going to show you some the other stuff. This is the second wave of the M2P2 stuff that MetaZoo Black Market was actually sending out. And I might do a giveaway for some of this stuff because I got I got some more keychains. He sent me some more keychains, and I got some cool pins because I'm a sucker for pins. I'm stoked to use these. I haven't used these yet, but it's actually Dragon Shield with his logo on it. Like, I'm stoked to use these. I don't know what I'm gonna use them for yet. But he sent me some actual cool stickers too. And the four big thing, but the two big things from this set, or from this box, is him and I were talking early this year, I think back in March or so, and I told him that I had opened up so many of the Saiyans pin boxes, and I didn't get a single one of the alts. And he was telling me about how Pin Club was actually at New York Comic Con. They were selling them, and I was like, oh man, I didn't even know. So when I got this box, he actually sent me, like I said, he sent me the Cryptid Nation 1 box that we're going to open here momentarily. But the big thing he sent me that blew me away were the alts from the Pin Club, or the keychains. This one specifically because orange is my favorite color of all time. But it was huge. I was not expecting those, and that's huge. I smashed my finger, by the way, about 2 weeks ago. That's why it's all black. But yeah, these, they're amazing. I'm a sucker for them. So those hang up inside my house or inside my downstairs. I'm gonna put them off to the side real quick though, so I don't hurt them. But yeah, specifically the Sentry box, the orange, it is amazing. All right, we're gonna actually leave you there, my guy. Sorry, you're gonna actually, you know what? No, you were gonna show them all off. We're gonna leave you there, and then we'll put you over here. There we go. We're gonna leave them right there. Oh, you're not on. Nope. Now you're on screen. All right, so what we're gonna do? Oh, that's right. I forgot. This was actually also in the box too, because I guess he sends a slab because he gets so many slabs every time he gets a box. And it made me actually think of Metakai, because it is a Quetz. It's Kickstarter Full Hollow PSA 10 Quetz. So yeah, it made me think of Metakai. Hope you're doing well, buddy. He's actually blowing up with his Pokemon business. I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram, but yeah, my dude is doing great. I loved his little message, his little post today too, actually, about MetaZoo coming back, like how it gave him the confidence to actually do this and that. If you haven't had a chance to, go check him out on Instagram, Metakai. Make sure you go check out the story, because the little thing he wrote, actually, it was nice. It was nice. Oh my god! All right, so I can't believe I'm actually doing this, because like I said, this is only the third box I've ever opened personally of this. First box I opened when they announced that I got my content creator medal, and then second box I opened was actually at the Kansas City Collecticon, because that's the charity stream that I did with Gary, where we sold packs to it and got a card from this thing signed, and we donated, I think it was like $1,200 or so to Autism Instruct from it. So I'm stoked. Let's oh my god, and this is actually good. I'm gonna struggle with this too, because I know there's a trick to opening up these packs without hurting them. Oh my god, see, I'm so bad. See, you can't use this thing though. That thing's worthless. So you know what? If you're still here, Plum, this is why I got the scissors. Hey, look at that. Alright, and this, since it's CN1, is just 2? That's right, just 2. Ooh, Raincoat, always, you know it. Alright, we're probably gonna slow roll some of these, because this is the beginning. This is Cryptid Nation. That was, by the way, insane on Nick's stream last week, where he opened up a first edition box, and I think he got, 4 full hollow moths? I have yet to pull a full hollow moth myself. And I will definitely be going back after this and looking at the card backs, because these are the greenback cards you potentially get. Oh, I skipped one, but it's still a full hollow. Haha, alright, cool. Take it. Lizard Man of Scape Orc Swamp. I'll take it. I don't care. It's a full hollow, you know. All right. Yeah, way easier with the scissors. It was 5 in one box. That's what it was. Okay, I knew it was something outrageous. It was just something outrageous. Does MetaZoo now own the original theme music too? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know if... I would imagine they would have to own everything that was produced so far. But I don't... See, that's the thing. I don't know what was actually included with the sale. And, again, going back to Mike selling some of the original artwork, I don't know what was given away, sold, or whatever before they actually put it up. Oh my god, I did it again. I skipped 2 cards. I'm the worst. But it's a full hollow Hodag. I'm the worst when it comes to opening packs. My gosh, don't hire me. Oh daddy. Hodag Festival. That's another really good one that they could go to. I think they had the first Hodag Festival last year, or this year, I think. They would have taken over the licensing agreements, I assume. Yeah. See, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. The band might hold the rights to that still. That's what I was thinking. Like, there's a possibility that they could still own it for whatever reason. Because, like, MetaZoo only used the music. Like, we don't even know what the licensing rights were for it. Because MetaZoo only used the music at conventions, really. And when they were streaming towers and such. Like, they didn't, that's the thing. They didn't really produce a lot. Full Hollow Tizeric. All right. 3 for 3. They didn't produce a lot of their own content. I know that Mythic Dio, I'm pretty sure he was the one that was actually controlling the TikTok. Mythic Dio, towards the end, was releasing, like, TikTok videos and such. But they never really did any, like, learn to play videos themselves. They never actually did any... Here's the story of MetaZoo, or let's do a recap of this, or anything like that. So, like, who knows, honestly? Exactly, yeah. Whether the music was licensed for a few years or a lifetime, like that's honestly the question. I mean, yeah, who knows? Like, that's the thing. Like, okay, I'll be honest with you. I actually know that Added Color made a song for War. Because Mike actually sent me the first demo of that song back in December. And boy, is it a banger. But do we know if they actually... Woo! A guy pulled a Full Hollow Death Beam. That's a story right there, Josh. But do we actually know if, they actually got paid for that? I highly doubt that Added Color got paid for that song, even though it was pretty much finished by the time that I listened to it. It might have been some, like, minor stuff that they needed to, like, change or whatever, like, to mix, but, like, because I'm hoping it's still there. It is the best theme song that they had come up with. But, like, who owns that technically? I don't know if they actually did or not. Because it is no longer on the SoundCloud, and it is no longer actually in the folder either. Because it was actually in a folder on the drive. So I don't know. Some of the war art they actually showed in I think Bailey's stream, one of the Bailey streams. I'm not entirely sure. But that's the other thing too, though. We don't know honestly what art. Ooh, buddy, beautiful. We love it. Oh my god. That's ooh, my heart skipped. My heart skipped a beat for a second. Where are my things? I need my things. I gotta put the Sam. Where'd it go? I had an entire pack of sleeves, and I don't know where they went. Where did they go? Where did I put them? Right here in front of my face. Man, so you love that you know that you deserve a whole world of credit for getting it into there, and there's just so much more depth to it than just being a card game. Thank you, Plum. I mean, it's just something about it. The entire concept, the idea, and I hope that I get the opportunity in the future to work with the new company. And I don't even have to be in charge. Like, I'm not, I don't even, like, I'd love to, but I don't even have to be in charge. You tell me, like, I just want to get the story out there. And like I said, my goal the entire time that I've been doing all of this has been just to get people invested in the characters, in the lore, in the story, in the universe, because that investment is what brings longevity to the franchise. And I've said that specific phrase because that's exactly what it is. You have to have investment in these characters, in this universe, for it to survive, for it to go forward. So yeah, I'd love the opportunity to actually talk with the new owners of MetaZoo, but we'll see. I've had a bunch of people reach out and be like, "Why you need to talk to me? You need to do this," and I'm like, I'm going to give them a little bit of time. Squonky boy! I'm going to give them a little bit of time to get their ducks in a row, and then I am definitely going to reach out. Oh, it's black. Uh-oh. No. No. No! Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my god, that is the first time I have ever pulled a full hollow moth. Crypted Nation 1. Myself. Oh god, that is beautiful. This box has been insane. I am gearing up for Reverse Hollow City because we have, like, just to recap real quick. We've pulled a Moth, a Sam, a Death Beam over here, and what? 1, 2, 3, 3 other full hollows. Like, we've only opened five packs, and we've gotten 5 full hollows so far. This is insane. Hire the Lore Keeper. MetaZoo smart, they'll come right off the bat with a sick Mothman. I mean, maybe. Why does Mothman have to be the Charizard? It doesn't have to be. There are thousands of cryptids. There could be multiple Charizards. Never enough Squonk, too. Exactly. See, like Mothman. Don't get me wrong, I love Mothman. I love that they've actually tried to turn Mothman into one of the main antagonists of the story. But there are so many cryptids out there that they could use almost anything. It doesn't have to be, but I think people would be hyped for it. I'm totally fine with a set of Dingbell. No, I'm just saying, why does that have to be the Charizard? Why can't Mothman, Hodag, Cumberland Dragon, Nessie, why can't all of them be the Charizard? Like, I don't know. The Mothman and Bigfoot are the most popular cryptids. You are correct on that. Actually, I don't even know. I think I would say Bigfoot's way more popular than Mothman. My insane Mothman collection is not worth as much. Oh no, Maddie. Oh no. You got Bat Squatch, Snow Wasset. It reminds me of Anthony Carras. Cumberland Dragon is the GOAT. That is right, Max. 100% with you. 100% with you. Cumberland Dragon is the best beastie. He is the best boy. Ooh, look, I'm talking about Sasquatch right there. Here's our first reverse hollow. But yeah, no, Cumberland Dragon is the best boy. Does Bigfoot have a festival? I would imagine it would have to. I don't know of any off the top of my head, though. And I'd say it has to have one, though. The Wilderness Pin Club, yep. Dude, I don't know. I'm just all about, like, Cumberland. Everything to do with Cumberland. I mean, you all know the PFP that I used for years, like that. Yeah, like, you know my love for Cumberland. Snow Wasset, Scattershot, Retribution, Thorned Whip, and a reverse Kentucky Hellhound. See, I told you the reverses were coming. But, I mean, whatever. This box already produced. It gave us a Sam Sinclair. It gave us a Mothman. What's up, Speed Robo? How you doing this evening? Cryptid Con. Okay, look. If y'all have never been to Cryptid Con, I know it is one of the smaller cons out there. It was so much fun when I went in 2022. Like, it was ridiculously fun. It's small enough to where it's still a little intimate, but at the same time, it basically sprawled across 3 different sections of the hotel. They actually had some really cool speakers. This year, the Aliens dude is actually going to be there. I'm kind of bummed that I can't go. The guy that created like Aliens from History Channel. I can never try to pronounce his last name. What do we got? Oh, Full Hollow Bigfoot. Talking about Bigfoot. There we go. CryptedCon is a really, really, really fun time. Like 100%. If you ever get the opportunity to go, you should go. Briefly talked about Cryptid Camp, but I actually did hear that Van Meter Visitor. Not much as MetaZoo one, pretty cool. Awful will challenge Mothman, and after a deadly battle in the skies, no Nook will eat their remains. Alright, you better write that into a short story, Menace. I really want to see the Crypticon Babe. Oh, you want to see the Crypticon Babe? Cha-chow! That's the promo we finally got last November, I think. Yeah, it's the Crypticon Chibi Babe. Yeah! I love that thing. That's why it's up top, up here. It's special to me. Hitting all the big boys in the up. Let's go. Spoke Bigfoot into existence, right? All right. So what else? Let's speak a Chessie into existence. I can't remember what his name is, Josh, but it's just the Aliens guy. That guy, yeah. I always think of the meme. Dude, the towers were amazing. The only tower I couldn't go to was Flame, but every single time I went to a tower, I learned something. Like about the game, about the community. Like the towers were some of my favorite events. The water tower. If you watch any of my videos, if you've never watched any of my videos, the 2 that I would tell you need to watch is Operation Point Pleasant and Operation Water Tower. Those 2, Slide Rock Bolter Reverse. Those 2 videos are probably my 2 favorite things I've created for the channel. Just because the Operation Point Pleasant actually goes over the creation of the Mothman myth, things like that. And then I followed it up about a month and a half, 2 months later with the Mothman Fest video, where we actually showed the people actually learning about MetaZoo for the first time. Immortal Workshop was out there. That was the first time that I actually met Dad had. And we actually got everybody at the booth and myself to sign a Cryptid Nation 2 Full Hollow Mothman that was pulled in Point Pleasant. We all signed it. We got everybody at the booth to sign it. We actually presented it to the owner of the Mothman Museum, and it was the first MetaZoo card that they had been given. I'm hoping that MetaZoo actually reaches out to these places like the Mothman Museum, like the Bigfoot Museum here in North Carolina, the Flatwoods Museum. And it would be awesome if MetaZoo actually would give them some sort of a display that was MetaZoo focused, but also focused on the beastie that, I just pulled it up. I ruined it again, but it's Full Hollow Mermaid scale. It would be cool if they actually gave them something that was focused on that beastie itself. It would be cool in my opinion. And at the same time, it would connect the cryptid lovers that don't know about MetaZoo into MetaZoo. So I just I don't know. But yeah, the Mothman Festival was amazing. Water Tower was amazing. Every time I went to an event, it was the community and it was the atmosphere that actually made the event. Honestly. So many little kids walking around with the new Mothman promo, right? Then there was a Bigfoot museum in, I think it's in Lincoln, North Carolina. I'm not sure. But there is one, and it's like 2 hours away from me or so. I just have never been able to go. No, I've gotten 3 reverse hollows so far from this box. I think this is the 9th pack or so. So it's been mostly full hollow, though. You're right, Menace. It has been mostly full hollow. Crossroads, love that. Ooh, we got blue. It's a beastie. My boy. Oh, man. I love Frog. Oh. Wonder if I could even still do the Love voice. That Love was one of the voices that I wanted to do on the TV show so bad. Love, like, this is probably one of my favorite characters next to Sam in this IP. Like, I wanted to do Love's voice so bad. I still want to do Love's voice. Yeah, that's the thing. I would love the opportunity to work on the show if the show actually ever takes off, or if the show actually is ever produced. Just missing POs, I think, for all the big boys in this box. Maybe. We're getting close to actually. I mean, this has been, like I said, this has been probably like one of the best boxes I've opened. I've only opened 3, so definitely the best box I've opened if I've only opened 3. Alright. Icy Spell and a reverse Matlocks. Chaos Crystal, yeah, that's another big one. Chaos Crystal would be cool to pull. Yeah, I still feel like I'm going to get a Chessie. I know I called that a bit ago, but I still feel like I'm going to get a Chessie. It's so crazy too, actually. Like, cuz we started with Wilderness and we worked our way to this. And just to feel the differences in the cards, the differences in the packs, like it's kind of crazy to actually. All right, we got one. What is it? It's white. It's up. Oh, we actually had 2. Sorry, Icy Path. But a Menehune reverse. And Power Up Red. Oh, wow, look at that. I did that seamlessly. I wasn't even thinking, and I actually ripped it. Yo, that's rare to do with Crypted Nation packs. Tonight kind of feels like old times. Oh, Hasbar, I love you. It does, honestly. I'll be honest. I was, like I said, I was nervous to go live just because it's been so long since I actually had. And, like, I wish I had more answers for people. I wish I knew the direction that we were headed. But I don't. I really don't. And, oh, we got a black one. Oh, what is this? Whoo! That's another big one we didn't think of. Jersey Devil Menace. That's another big one we didn't think of. All I can honestly do is just sit here, hope that hope that they have the best of intentions, which, like I said, I don't know why MetaZoo would have bought, and they would have paid so much money for MetaZoo if they didn't believe in it the same way that I do. And so, I mean, I don't want to sit here and be like, yeah, everything's perfect, everything's golden, everything's going to be great. But to be completely honest, for the first time in 9 months, I feel good. I feel like we actually have a direction. I feel, it's a growth. There we go. I messed up again too. It's a spookster, but we got a growth. I feel good. I do. I feel, like I said, like we're headed in the right direction. I feel that with the old management not having anything to do with it right now, that's the first big thing. That's the first thing right there that's going to set it apart, and it's going to bring people back. Yeah, I think this is the real beginning of the IP. You can feel it in your jellies. Exactly. Cogito, oh my god, dude. How are you doing? I just want to show you something real quick. I have that over here with me. Yeah, so hope you're well, my friend. This is, you're right, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the real IP. This is somebody, a group who really wants this to succeed, not just to fill their coffers, but they want it to succeed. It's a Cactus Cat. Where's Argos at? Sorry, that's his favorite. That was his favorite one. These are people that actually care, though, I think. These are people that want this to succeed. That, like I said before, ooh, this is a upside down pack. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Here, I'll tilt that right there. See, that was upside down. Interesting. I feel that we are, like I said, I feel like we're moving in the right direction. Same Discord as before. Gary, oh, what is up, King Pokemon? How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, like Wordsmith, there is no new Discord. We did see some movement, if you will, in the original MetaZoo Discord yesterday. I saw some channels disappearing or whatnot. So I think that the, Meta 2 is actually getting... Oh, this is crazy, too. Look at this. You can actually... Can you see that? Can you see how this is actually sticking out? That is wild. Is this the one? Yeah, this... Oh, this is... That's insanely cut. Like, that's... I don't know if you guys can tell, but that is, like, insanely miscut. Which is crazy. Like, crazy for that. Yeah. I'm going to put that one to the side. I think they're going to use the same Discord, but I think it's still going to be some time before they actually fully open it up. And like I was saying at the beginning, I pray to everything that is holy that it does not open up to become a place of discussion. It is literally used just as a means to get information out. That MetaZoo really messed up, in my opinion, by keeping the Discord open and public. I think it needs to be used just for announcements. There are plenty of other Discords out there that people can talk in all the time. There's the Oasis, the Crypted Cocktail has their own. I have one that I never actually released. Harley has one, I'm pretty sure. There's tons of old MetaZoo ones out there. So, plenty of places to talk and discuss. I don't think the official MetaZoo Discord is the place, though. Oh, thanks, Gary. Man, I hope you're doing well. I was kind of bummed. I didn't get to go to any of the Collecticons this year, so I didn't get to see you at all. Exactly. It is hard for TCGs to do well and moderate their own Discord. So I don't think they should actually have an active Discord. I think it needs to actually be its own thing. Ooh, all right. Hey, speaking of Gary, there you go, buddy. Joint Snake. That's your favorite one. I remember that actually from the Kansas City. That's funny. It is a reverse hollow one too. That's awesome. Look at that. See, it's signs. The signs are there. The signs are showing us that MetaZoo is back. That Meta 2 is going to bring MetaZoo to new heights. Things that the old management could only actually dream of. They're going to, in my opinion, put the right people in the right spots in order to actually make this more mainstream. Meta 2 is working with the game QB Games. No, it's not right. I can't say it right. Cubinator. Harley, post it again. But Meta 2 is working with them in order to actually make it to where they Cubate. There you go. They're working. Oh, this one's the same way too. This one's not as bad, but that's great. Oh, that's the actual rare too, I think. They're working with Meta 2 GameCubator in order to bring MetaZoo to the masses. And I'm excited to actually see what the partnership between the two actually brings. Because they have a lot of experience, and Meta 2 has a lot of passion, and they have the community behind them. As long as they... see, that's crazy. As long as they can... it's a full hollow sinkhole Sam, but it is not the same size. You can barely see that. Yeah, it is not the same size as a normal card. Huh. Crazy. All right, we're going to put that one off to the side, too. Crazy miscut CN1 over here. Yeah, this is the upside down pack, too. While there will be changes, there will be streamlining, probably better for long-term growth. I'm down as we are better off than we were, say, 6 months. Exactly, Aprendo. Like, I've been saying it. I said it a bunch before you jumped in the stream. I don't know anybody in their right mind that would have actually paid as much as they did for, in essence, a dead TCG if they didn't believe in it. And the amazing thing is too, is that MetaZoo hasn't even made an official announcement yet. MetaZoo hasn't even used any of the socials yet. And there's already so much excitement and buzz right now, just from the announcement that GameCubator made. Like, that's the like, that's the thing that's so crazy to me, is that they haven't even made an official announcement yet, and there's so much excitement for it. And we don't even have a full idea. We don't even have a full direction. We don't know. Artifact. Ooh, full hollow blood demon. I did it again. Scattershot. Full hollow blood ruby. That's awesome. I'm excited for the next couple of weeks. Yeah, there's an announcement on the GameCubator site, but that's the thing though, is that GameCubator does not own MetaZoo. Like, that's the thing that I don't think that people haven't really been putting together, is that GameCubator is working with MetaZoo. The example that I gave earlier was Nom Nom. Like, Nom Nom needed help because they have to switch printers, and so they're actually getting help from, I can't remember the name of this the company, but they're getting help from a different company. It doesn't mean that the company actually owns Nom Nom. It just means that they're actually in partnership with them. So that's the same, and that's the way that I'm looking at the GameCubator and MetaZoo thing, is that GameCubator is working with MetaZoo, not that they own MetaZoo. So, bro, the online client needs to get resurrected ASAP. And that's kind of like, people were originally at the beginning of the stream, they were talking about like the changes in the gameplay and stuff like that. I guess Rick, the owner of GameCubator, was talking about. Ooh, reverse mermaid scales. In that message letter thing that he wrote. I think a lot of the changes are going to be similar to what we saw in the online client. Because the online client had to simplify a lot of stuff. There was just no way you could actually make it work to do certain things. One of the streams that I did with Bats, they did a really good job of kind of explaining some of that. And so that's why things were simplified. And to be... Oh! Turmentic stream, you knew it was going to happen. Hey, there we go. Ain't a real stream until I knock it over. I'm all about them actually changing it up. I'm all about them making it easier. There is no reason, in my opinion, why there needs to be 15 million different traits from the get-go. Make it to where, if you want... Make it to where there's like 4. Or, you know what? Hell, you don't even need the trait. If you want a specific beastie to have blood sucking, make it part of the attack. This attack heals this beastie for the amount of damage done. Boom. You want something to have stone skin. Put literal text on the card that's like, this beastie only takes half damage next turn, or something. Like, it's easy. Put the text on the card. You don't need the traits. And that way the actual effects that those traits have are then used more sparingly, so it makes the cards better, in my opinion. So like, there's so much that actually could be changed for the better, in my opinion. Like, so like, I worked at Super Galactic for a year, and I'm not even sugarcoating it. It was difficult to teach people intricate MetaZoo. They didn't have any easy learn to play decks. They didn't have any like sort of like starter deck or anything like that either. It was the theme decks of the REBs. And the REBs were pretty self-explanatory for the most part, if you understood the game. So, oh, it's black and it's artifacts, another blood ruby. Hey! I know me some CN1. So yeah, simplify the game. Make it easier to actually pick up. You can still make it to where there's crazy combos and things like that, like when it comes to competitive gameplay. But you need to make the basis of it simple. You also need to reduce contradictions in your game rules interactions. From what I understand, MetaZoo is full of them. That I can't speak of. I'm not entirely sure. I have no idea, honestly, if they contradicted each other a bunch or not. Casey, oh my God, how are you doing, my friend? I have missed you. I hope you are. I hope you and your dude are doing so well. Oh my God, I love you, friend. Flame Aura, Sliver Cat. I will. I'm gonna just say it. My favorite match I've ever played before of MetaZoo was against Kesey at Water Tower. Favorite match ever. It is like a family reunion. I love it. Oh, so many amazing casters here. All right, got a black cat. Got one more. What is it? Fog of War. It's purple. It's an artifact. Who is now? Oh, God, that's beautiful. Nice little ghost train right there. Shoo! Another unlucky, what is it? Obnoxious 9. Ghost train. Man, this has been an amazing box. This has been an awesome, awesome box. I'm kind of bummed that we're getting down to the nitty gritty on it. I think we only got like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we probably have like maybe 13 packs left. And we got 2 box toppers though, at least. All right, let's see what we do. Oh man, I need to get some more of these boxes. Uh-oh. I think it was black. I think I accidentally nicked it back. I don't know if anybody saw it. Water Aura, Sewer Alligator, Water Gun, Sam's Rabbit Foot, Chibi Mothman, Shock Aura, Icy Path, Earthquake, and a reverse bunny, man. It was black. I did say that, yeah. Nice. All right, put you off over there. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I wanted to go live. I wanted to kind of try to spread a little bit of that Turmentic positivity. Try to actually just point out to that, because I haven't really seen anybody really talking about Meta 2 and QB Labs actually being different. So that was just something that I kind of put together from the announcement and everything. And no one really actually was talking about that. Mike said the story was in the cards, but it was mixed up. So what if someone laid out all the cards and looked at it? Do you think we could piece the story together? I don't believe Mike at all. I think that some of the story, some of the idea was laid out in the cards. I know that certain specific cards, especially ones that came to like characters like Adam and hey, we summoned the Chessie. What did we say? I know that like when I interviewed Chris, he was talking about how when he actually did the Adam artwork, he was worked really close with Mike. So I think some of the very specific lore specific cards, I think some of those were actually maybe made with the idea of the IP. But I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know how much Mike actually wrote. You'd love a book that's actually readable. Yeah, I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I haven't really done much or said much about the story because I wanted to kind of see where the dust settled and if, not if, but when the company, the IP would actually be purchased. And I didn't want to give away the story if somebody was actually going to buy it because I felt like that's a lot of what they're buying. And I would hate to Walking Sam Full Hollow too. God, this box is amazing. I'd hate to discourage a potential sale because of giving away information that I had, or speculation of things that I was like, oh, this right here, and because of that, people like turned away and were like, oh, I don't want to buy it anymore. So that's one of the reasons I've been very careful about stuff that I've said, because I didn't want to derail anything. Saying that, if Meta 2 decides that they are not going to use the original story of like Sam and Rose and Adam and all them, I've already started Kakito writing the Crypted Nation book. I'm about 3 chapters in or so. I've gotten up to the point pretty much to where Adam and Rose leave for Quimbleys. But I'm roughly like 7,000 words or so into it. I have the full outline of the entire Crypted Nation story, though. So if they decide that they don't want to use those characters, I might still just write it just to have it, or just to give some closure to actually to the community, because I know a lot of people are actually interested in like Sam and Rose and Adam. Hey, Lakeworth Monster. There we go. So yeah, I've been working on that like off and on for the last couple months. I honestly really, my goal is first off, my first goal is I want to actually talk to Meta 2. I want to try to work for them. And my goal is to actually have the book written past where the original comic ended. Because in the scheme of things, that's nothing when it comes to a book. And there's so much more that was never explored in the original quote-unquote storyline that I feel like it could be written and still have nothing to do with Mike. Nothing to do with his story. Because at the end of the day, the only story we actually got from him was up to Loveland Castle. We didn't get anything past that. Reverse Snow Wasset. So, I don't know. And yeah, Q1 2025 is what GameCubator actually said. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't count on it being a base set or anything like that. And most likely, I feel like it's going to be some sort of like we're back type thing. I don't want them to rush. Like, I don't want GameCubator and Meta 2 to rush this first product. I feel this first product is going to say a lot about the future of it. And if it comes out and it is smacks you to the side because of how amazing it is, I know there's a lot of negative Nancy's, if you will, out there. There's a lot of haters. But I don't see how they can hate on a product if it comes out and immaculate. And that's honestly what so I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if the first product out is Beastie Bloodsucker. Chupacabra reverse. All right. I wouldn't be surprised if the first product out is a smaller set or something like that. I don't think, and I honestly personally don't feel like it would be a good idea to try to push out a base set, which again, I am completely okay with them actually re-releasing the sets, especially if it is going to be more story focused and it is going to tell a story through the sets like it should have from the beginning. All of these auras are all like, this one is actually off too. That's crazy. I'm okay with it actually. Do you think they have to nail it the first set? They only get one shot? No, to win back some of the old community and the haters, yes, I think they only have one. They have one shot. For the masses at large, no, because I feel that that's one of the reasons why GameCubator is there. Is they're there to help MetaZoo reach a market that Mike and Andy dreamt of. I mean, just looking at some of the credentials of the owner of GameCubator, they wouldn't have partnered with Meta 2 if they didn't believe in it too. Just like the people that own Meta 2, like they wouldn't have partnered with them if they didn't believe in it. All right, so we got a black cat. Oh, it's black. Hey, it's a reverse Jersey Devil. All right. It's pretty sick. I like that. Some good reverse hollows there. So no, I don't think like in general they only have one shot. I think for some of the people, once they actually have that first set though, I think that will be the deciding factor of whether they come back or not. But to be honest, I don't want them to rush it. I want them to take their time, and I want them to actually come out with a good product that not only are they proud of, but we can be like, okay, we're back in business. This is exactly what we want. Hell, I'm okay even if they change the back of the card. I think it'd be kind of cool personally if they changed the back of the card to actually resemble more of a spell book. But that's just me. I've said that though for ever since they came out with the spell books. I think it'd be cool if, because that way you're actually playing. It looks like you have a, hey, full hollow unknitting fire crystal, but of course I skipped a lightning in a bottle. I don't know. There's just a lot of potential. There's a lot of possibilities. I'm just excited. As long as you keep complainers to the minority, I think it's okay. They'll always exist, but when they're the majority, fair. I think most of the community is very open to whatever is coming and understand there needs to be change. Yep. I think the community will stand by MetaZoo because this is our chance to thrive. Exactly. I think the majority of the community, once they realize that the company has nothing to do with old management, will give them a shot at least. I think they will give them a shot, and I think people are going to be pleasantly blown away. Because again, you don't spend that type of money if you don't actually believe in something. Like I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just poor, and that's my mentality. But like, you don't spend that type of money if you don't believe in something. All right, it's fire. Oh no, it's completely off. It is a full hollow lightning blast. They have 6 months before the end of Q1. They have access to the best artisan equipment. It's very possible they do it. See, if it's 6 months, yes, they could potentially come out with a base set in 6 months. If it is February, like the rumors are, because that's literally what people have been saying, they're like, oh, February. If it's February, they cannot. That it's going to be too rushed. Exactly. That's the feeling that I'm getting, Aprendo. I'm getting the feeling that MetaZoo is at, yeah, 100%. 100%. Dark Aura, Chaos Potion, River Dinos, Pyrokinetic Blast, Sans EMF Device, Proton Beam, Invisibility, Whoop Snake, and a Reverse Matlocks. Alright, we are down to our last 3 packs. Last 3 packs, and then we got the box toppers. Alright. Raining. Flame Aura. Alien Astronaut. Shout out to Escaped Alien. Go follow them on Instagram and YouTube. Sam's 4-Leaf Clover. Ghost Ear. Morpheus. Light Beam. A Gluttony. Another full hollow unending fire crystal. And we've got some good artifacts out of this box. I think they've been working behind the scenes in advance of a hope sale. I think there are months in the R&D. Dude, that right there, that's brilliant. I hadn't even thought about that. But you might be completely right, honestly. I mean, because who knows how long it actually, like, the whole sale process took place too. Like, for all we know, they could have put a bid on this thing back in, like, July, but it wasn't approved until this past month. So, I mean, yeah, there's just so much we don't know that they've just been assumptions. They've just been assumptions. And it's like, we need to work on facts. We need to wait on announcements. We can't just assume things. Because, again, I don't want to hurt chances. I don't want to say something and, like, I don't know. Babe the Blue Ox, full hollow. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna keep it positive. I have a really good, strong feeling. Just like Crypted Camp would have to been worked on behind the scenes, bro. You're not even lying. I have heard some stuff about that Crypted Camp has actually been in the works since last year, but I'm not gonna get into stuff like that. This morning was likely a busy morning for the team working on MetaZoo. There's Major League team actively working on MetaZoo. It's so exciting. Yep. We knew back when Nick was talking, these guys knew they had the biggest stick. Ha! I'm just saying, there's so many rumors that are still flying around. Yeah. So many rumors are still flying around. Alright, last pack. Pass Trap. Gigi Bird. White Thing. Space Penguins. Light Beam. Huggin' Molly. Enfield Monster. Oh, it's black. No. Full Hollow Chupacabra. Alright. Alright. Whoo. Alright, so let's just go over this before we actually open up that box topper real quick. Because this box was... Yeah, this box was crazy. Okay, no, that's all Nightfall. Okay. That can go there. That goes over here. That goes here. That goes there. These come over here. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Alright. So, let's do the reverse hollows first. So, these were the reverse hollows, actually, from the box. Jersey Devil, Chupacabra, those are solid. Oh, sorry, that's a full hollow. Let me put that over there. Manihune. A couple Matlockses. Alright, so that's not bad. That was like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We had more full hollows than we actually had reverses. Alright, so yeah. Blood Ruby, Death Beam, my boy Sam, Mothman, Chessie, Ghost Train, Babe, a Growth, Bigfoot, Walking Sam, another Blood Ruby. Actually, let's put you there. Jersey Devil, Loveland Frogman, Fire Crystal, Lightning Glass, another Fire Crystal, Mermaid Scales, Tizeric, Hodag, Lizard Man, and a Chupacabra. But, like, that's the thing, though, is that out of that box, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 of the Obnoxious 9 and a full hollow moth. Like, that's an insane box. I'm so excited about that. You hope I pull an ink? Yeah, me too. All right, well, we're going to open up the... Because I have the first... this is the first edition one, and then I have a random second edition one. So we're going to open up the second edition. But yeah, look at that even. Like, the packaging between the two. Like, it's even the same picture. See how this one's way more glossy, though? I don't know. I kind of like how that one glows in the back like that. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, like... It's just crazy to actually see all the differences in the progress that they made. That they did make, actually, over the years. Alright, so let's make sure this is down here. That's down there. This is the second edition one. Remember, I cut a blue ink in half. That'd be hilarious. Actually, no, it wouldn't be. It'd be so sad. Alright. See what we got. Floop. Ooh, that's pretty. Meteor shower. Okay. Okay. Meteor shower. I'll take it. I don't have many of those box toppers. Alright, so moment of truth. Moment of truth. Can we pull a red ink? That'd be insane. I would lose my mind, honestly. Oh. Doesn't want to come out. There we go, okay. Alright. Let's yeah. Here we go. Nope. Water aura. Still beautiful though. Oof. I was gonna say I only opened up 3 of them. So like, actually no, I only opened up 2 because the charity stream we didn't even actually open up that box topper. We got Kelsey and them to doodle on it and we auctioned it off. And I think Basic Trainer won that. I know, right? So yeah, those are our 2 box toppers right there. And I think that might be it. I think that might be it. I don't know if I have anything else left to open. I have one more box of Wilderness that I'm holding on to. Oh no, sorry, one more Nightfall box that I'm going to hold on for a rainy day. But yeah, besides that, I think that's everything I got. At some point, I do need to go live and open up. I do have a D-Spirits box that Sterling sent me, so I got to go live at some point and actually open that up. because I love what Sterling's doing with D-Spirits. I think it's actually kind of cool. I know that they're about to do a second Kickstarter for Resurgence. It's the new set that's coming out next year. But I love the concept. So I got that. I know that I need to open up at some point. I do have this, but I don't really want to open up that. I do have this too, but there's no point in really opening up the WPT stuff, in my opinion. And I do actually honestly have a Gala box, but I'm going to save that for another rainy day. Ooh, let me show you guys this real quick. This is kind of cool. I don't get to show this off that often. This is a Nightfall pack that I probably will never open. But it's hollow shifted, or it's shifted picture-wise. So yeah, it kind of makes it, you feel like you're like, oh my god, you look at it and you think you're drunk. So yeah, I have this, but I don't ever want to open this. I think it's just too cool, just because it's completely shifted away from it. So yeah, I have that. Do you have a spell book? I'm not going to open up a spell book. Saving 30th anniversary for potential 30th anniversary. That's brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. I love it. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess in summary, I'm very excited for the future. I think we need to give MetaZoo a little time to get their ducks fully in a row. Like I said, I would expect it's some sort of announcement, especially with GameCubator making an announcement yesterday. I would expect something from them probably within a week or two, but who knows. I do appreciate that they are waiting to make sure that all of their ducks are in a row before they do anything. But I'm really interested to see not only who's involved with MetaZoo, but what their plans are for the future. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what their plans are for the future, because again, I keep saying it, you wouldn't have paid millions of dollars for a dead TCG if you didn't believe in it. We missed you, Turmentic. Glad to see you. Looking forward to more lore and hopefully getting a hold of them. Exactly, yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I want to reach out to them, but I'm trying to wait to make sure that they actually are moving, that they're at that point yet. Thanks, I appreciate you swinging in, Harley. Have a wonderful night. Thank you, my dude. Exactly, here's to the future, my friend. So yeah, I feel like we are headed towards good things. I do think it is going to take some time. I know everybody is super excited about the future, but good things do come to those who wait. And we, as a community, can't force something to happen before it's supposed to happen or it needs to happen. So the only thing that I would ask of you guys is patience, because we are moving forward, but it's not at the pace I want. I'll be honest, it is not. I wish things were here tomorrow, but we can't allow us being impatient to make them feel like they have to make a move before they're ready to make a move. And I feel, like I said, I feel like we're making good moves. We're moving forward. And I'm excited. I'm excited of all of you that came in here tonight at some point, just say hi or something. Like, there's so many amazing people, so many amazing casters that I haven't talked to in months that just came in here just to say hi. And all I'm doing is opening up some cardboard. That's it. I'm not saving the world. And it's amazing to have all of you guys, like, still not only in my corner, but in the community's corner, in MetaZoo's corner, because we lost so many good people because of the mismanagement of Mike and Andy. We lost so many passionate people because of what old management did. And so I would beg people, don't walk into any of this with the assumptions that the new management is the old management. Let their actions speak for themselves. Because at the end of the day, like I'm a huge big theater buff. Like I did professional theater for years. I toured children's theater, things like that. One of my favorite plays is The Crucible. And it's all about John Proctor. You probably read it in middle school. It's all about the Salem witch trials. And one of my favorite quotes of all time from any play is from that. And it's John Proctor when he says, "All I have is my name." And what he's talking about is they're trying to force him, in essence, to turn on his wife. They're trying to force him to say that he did these things when, in fact, he didn't do any of it. Or if he did, it's being misconstrued. And he basically is saying, all I have is my name. All I have is who I am. All I have is my integrity. And MetaZoo's integrity as a whole is non-existent because of the old management. With new people coming over, with new people taking over, with them actually having a plan moving forward, if they do, when we see it, their integrity is not the old integrity. They have to not only live up to what we think management should be, but they actually need to set that bar to where the next people, when these guys get old and they retire and the next people come in and take over, they actually have that bar set high. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about just making a product so we have fun and we can open up stuff and we can do this and we can play games. It's about it outlasting us. It's about MetaZoo as a brand, as an IP, as an idea, outlasting my grandchildren. Because that's when you actually know that you've made something special, that you've made something that is going to, again, outlast you. And like I said, I've said it a couple times. I don't think that was ever an intention of Mike and Andy. The more I find out, the more I just feel like it was about money. And I don't know. I don't get that. I'm hoping, and I don't feel like that's the actual goal for these guys. Because there's so much potential. The potential has always been there. But like I said, make sure you actually are following like the actual official sources, the channels, and like all of the socials for GameCubator, MetaZoo, things like that. I wouldn't be surprised if MetaZoo actually comes back with new socials once Meta2 is actually fully up and running. So make sure you get a lot of your information from that, because like I said, I think we're about to get a lot of information very quickly. And yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, patience. You gotta have patience, but I don't have patience at all. Yeah, MetaZoo actually can be something that transcends an indie TCG, and we all know it exactly. MetaZoo has been a cliffhanger, like, yep, exactly. And like, honestly, if you want a good example of what I'm talking about, go to Jet Yates's Instagram account and watch the reel that she made with Cumberland Dragon over the years. And that is exactly where we were when MetaZoo fell apart. The thing is, though, is that given the right opportunity with the right resources and the right people in the right positions, MetaZoo will be bigger than you could possibly imagine. And I don't care what anybody says about me having that opinion, because that's how I've always felt. MetaZoo is like a fusion between Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, where you actually can use special abilities to fight alongside actual monsters based on the real eyewitnesses account. Exactly, Dawn. It's a nice real world applicable immersive TCG, in my opinion. There's so much potential that old admin didn't even think about. Like they started kind of hinting at it with some of their releases, like when they did the what was it, the Crypted that was seen last year in Mexico. I can't remember what it was, but they saw that and they jumped on it and they made an actual promo card for it. I don't think it was ever released, but like that type of stuff, real world events that you can tie into the game, that's huge, and that's something again that makes you invested into the world. That actually then I can't remember what it was, but it was something, yeah. But those things are what gets you invested into it, which brings you more. The investment has to be there. Never released, but available on eBay. That sounds appropriate. Maddie, love your work, Rob. Glad to be able to call you a friend. Oh, Maddie, I love you so much. I can't wait for all the other legends to assemble as well, my guy. Like, it's going to be awesome. And now the love and patience is paying off with the future of MetaZoo in this amazing community. Exactly, Cojito. It reminds me of Professor Barnware's barbecue alien. All right, well, you guys are amazing. I wish I had more stuff to open. I wish I actually could hang out more. I do have to actually get off, though. I do have to wake up tomorrow morning and drive a van. There's a bluegrass festival here, and I'm actually driving trucks for it. So, yay, the things I have to do for money now. But yeah, I love you all. This has been amazing. I personally needed this. Just talking with you guys, hanging out, opening this stuff. Like, I know a couple people said it was very reminiscent, nostalgic, and like old times and stuff like that. And it was. I miss this. Even down to Raincoat having music. I don't even know like if Raincoat still makes music, or if they graduated college even. But like even down to Raincoat's music, and like all of you guys, thank you for being here. Again, huge shout out. Like I said, I'm not naming names, but like I showed this off, told a little bit of the story. So huge shout out to you. You know who you are. Thank you. This right here means the world to me. Huge shout out to Levi over at MetaZoo Black Market. Again, he's the one that sent these care packages out to the community. To certain people. He did it in the spring and he did it this fall too. So a lot of what you saw, especially the Crypted Nation 1 box, that was all from him. So huge shout out to him. Make sure you go and follow him. He has some of the best, if not the best, Instagram content, MetaZoo stuff imaginable. And lastly, thank you again to every single one of you that jumped in here to say hi, to just watch, to shoot the shit even. Like, you all are the reason this community is amazing. You guys are the reason why we're still here. And I can't wait to see the future. Like, I can't wait. Patience. Remember, patience. All I have is my name and patience. Those are the two things. So I'm excited for an announcement, like I said, from MetaZoo. I'm excited to see exactly what the involvement of the Cordy B Games. I keep saying their name wrong. I'm so bad. I need to just write it down. But I'm excited to see their involvement, the partnership between the two companies. I'm really excited that, because like from what we saw, Charlie is the manager of MetaZoo. So that's kind of exciting because of his experience and his connections that he actually has in the TCG world. Like I said, I'm really excited to know more about who is on that team and what their actual goal is. And again, hit me up, guys, because I need a job, and I would love to help you bring this to the masses. GameCubator, that's right, GameCubator. I need a GameCubator. MetaZoo and GameCubator. I'm excited to see what the two of you actually do with this. But yeah, I mostly have only been really posting on Instagram, so make sure you're following me on Instagram. I might try to start doing some more videos and stuff like that. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Turmentic back, baby. Oh, I love you, Escaped Alien. All right, dudes. I'll catch you later. You've been amazing. And yeah, stay frosty. All right, casters. Later.